I spent years believing that sales coaching was all about teaching the right techniques, the perfect scripts, and the winning objection handlers. Then I had one conversation that completely shattered that belief and shifted my perspective. What I discovered in that moment didn't just change the way I coach salespeople, but it actually transformed my entire understanding of what actually creates lasting sales success. And if you've ever wondered why some sales training works, why most of it doesn't, you're about to understand why. So I've been coaching sales teams for years now. And what I learned the hard way, what I'm going to share with you today, is that most coaching fails because it focuses on the wrong thing entirely. We spend all of our time on techniques and tactics when the real transformation happens at a completely different level. So by the end of the video, you'll understand the difference between coaching techniques and coaching transformation, why mindset is actually the foundation of sustainable sales success, and how the shift can revolutionize your entire approach to developing salespeople. So I want you to picture this scenario. So I'm sitting across from a sales manager who was completely frustrated. Their team had been through multiple training programs, objection handling, closing techniques, prospecting scripts. I mean, you name it. They knew all the right words to say, but the results just weren't changing. So if that sounds familiar, this manager and I were just having this conversation, and then he said something that kind of made me freeze for a minute. So he said, "Hey, Dan, my people know what to do. They're just not doing it. And then when they try, it just doesn't feel authentic to them, or their prospects just perceive it as being fake or salesy." That's when it hit me. When we've been approaching sales coaching, it was just a completely backwards process. We were trying to change the behavior, but we weren't addressing the underlying beliefs and the mindset that actually drive that behavior. So if you think about it, you can teach someone the perfect elevator pitch. That's no problem. But if they don't believe in that in themselves or their value proposition, so if they actually don't think that they bring anything to the table or that they're adequate enough, then how do you think that pitch is going to come across? You can give the best objection handler in the world, but if they're afraid of rejection, they'll never use it effectively. So this is where everything actually changed for me. I started to see the fundamental difference between coaching techniques and coaching transformation. When we focus on techniques, we're actually trying to put a band-aid on a broken belief system. We're teaching people to act in ways that maybe don't align with who they believe they are or what they believe is actually possible. But transformational coaching, that's a completely different animal. Transformational coaching is going to start with the person's identity and beliefs about themselves and their actual capability. It asks questions like, do you see yourself as someone who creates value for others? So the other kind of question that I could ask is, do they believe that they deserve success? Do they trust in their ability to handle rejection and keep moving forward? So here's what I've learned. Sustainable sales success isn't about knowing the right thing to say in every situation. It's about being the kind of person who naturally attracts opportunities and builds authentic connections and authentic relationships. So when someone actually believes in their value and their mission, the technique really just becomes secondary. They find their own authentic way to be able to build relationships, to be able to communicate that value. And if you try, like, if you imagine trying to teach someone to be confident by giving them confident sounding scripts, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't sound right. So it takes time for someone to find their inner voice and to actually believe that they have that confidence and they have that value before they can step into that role and come out with that full confidence and full voice. So why is mindset work the foundation of sustainable sales success? Because everything is built on top of it. It starts with mindset. So when someone has the right mindset, when they truly believe in their ability to create value, to build relationships, and to bring something to the table, handle challenges, grow from setbacks, they actually become naturally resourceful in themselves. They adapt techniques to be able to fit their personality. They handle objections with confidence and clarity, and they persist through tough times because they know it's just part of the process. But here's what most organizations miss. You can't create this transformation through a workshop or a training session. It just doesn't work. It happens through consistent, purposeful coaching conversations that help people discover their own insights and build their own confidence. It's about asking the right questions instead of giving the right answers. Remember, this is very deeply personal to every individual. So by sitting here and having a general course about transformational coaching, you're not going to get anything out of it because everybody has a history, everybody has a path that they walked on. So we need to be able to go explore and discover this personally. The most powerful coaching question that I've learned, instead of asking, why should you say, what should you say when they object to that price? Try asking, what value do you believe you're creating that justifies your pricing? So the difference here is one gives them a script, the other helps them connect with their own conviction so that they actually believe in what they're offering. And conviction, not scripts, is actually what the prospect is going to respond to. So this is why some salespeople can break every rule in the book and succeed wildly, while others can follow every single technique that they know and really still struggle to hit their targets. Now, here's the piece that ties it all together. It's accountability. So real accountability isn't about micromanaging activities or actually punishing poor performance. It's about creating a culture where people feel safe to be honest about their struggles and confident that they'll get the support that they need to be able to grow. So when you combine mindset work with authentic accountability, something powerful really happens. People start on their own to develop instead of just going through the motions. They're going to grow on their own and they're going to seek out more information. They become more invested in their own transformation because they can see and feel the difference that it's making and they see it in the results. So they automatically get more excited. This is how you build scalable systems and a scalable sales culture instead of just training individuals and just having individual training techniques. So when your team members become genuinely confident in their ability to create value and handle challenges, they start coaching each other and they start supporting one another. They share insights, they celebrate each other's growth, each other's success, each other's wins, and even help each other get through any of those challenges. So the culture within the organization becomes self-reinforcing, self-supportive, and automatically this just snowballs into this critical mass of growth. Now, the beautiful part is that when you focus on transformation instead of just techniques, your people become more adaptable, the market changes, products evolve, but someone with the right mindset and strong fundamentals can adjust and continue to succeed no matter what. So you're not just building sales results, you're building resilient, confident professionals. So the one conversation didn't actually just change my perspective. It changed everything about how I approach sales coaching. Instead of focusing on what people should say, I started focusing on who they need to become. And the results speak for themselves. If this resonates with you, if you're ready to move beyond surface level techniques and start creating real transformation in yourself or your team, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. I share insights like this on a regular basis to help you build sustainable sales success. And here's my question for you. What's one belief about yourself or your capabilities that if you truly embraced it would change everything about your sales results? Drop your thought in the comments below. I read every single one of them and often they inspire future videos. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.